Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick a deck. I've got like 1,000 here. Yes, so with that said, for all of you that pledged as part of my Kickstarter, I just want to say a massive heartfelt thank you to all of you. If you want to still get a goodie, or you know somebody that would want one for Christmas, etc., you can still grab that on the link in the description box below until the 20th of December. And then after that, there will be no more. So also, if you haven't got your seat for the winter solstice alignment session, you need to get that. If you've ever wanted an FLP session with me, you know, you can get that, and also so much awesome information, some of which you won't find anywhere else. So if you want to be a part of that at a fraction of the cost, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help us all, or help you, should I say, on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is the Fool card. New things, places and people, but new inspiration, new energy is coming in for you this week, Libras. And it might also be as well, you might discover the direction that you are finally ready to go in this week, and it might come suddenly. It might just come as a driving, burning need to do something different, to break out of a box, or to smash through some sort of challenge or holdback that you've had up until this moment. For some of you, this might even be you saying, you know what? I'm going to do this, and I know it's a gamble. I know it's a risk, but this feels like the right thing that I should be doing for myself in my life at this moment in time. Never ever be afraid or ashamed to go for things that you feel like you should be doing on that deep sort of inner level. Sometimes it will come through a dream. Sometimes it will come through a random conversation from a stranger. Sometimes this energy shows up for us, and it's kind of like that push that sends us in a completely different direction, and we don't know if we're gonna fall off the edge of the cliff. We don't know if we're gonna fly, right? The Fool card is that leap of faith, and it usually represents the ability to take what is kind of like a calculated risk. All right, so get to it this week. For your actions and options, you have the Two of Cups. Beautiful card to have here, because this is all about your partnerships, connections and relationships. It's also about really, so this could be a week as well. There might be an opportunity to partner up with somebody that may come very quickly, very suddenly. You might not have been expecting it, or you know, it might just come sort of out of the blue. And if this is the case, my advice would be to go for it. Now, it may be as well that you decide that you want to partner up or create or connect with somebody, and if that is the case, the thing that you want to be aware of is not all timelines are compatible. All right, so if you have to wait a while, or maybe you sort of put the feelers out this week and you get the yes, just be prepared that it might not move exactly in time. All right, so you might end up having to wait a little bit, but just because it doesn't go ahead at the breakneck speed that you kind of made the decision doesn't mean that it's not the right one. All right. For your communications and conversations, you've got the World card. Look at this. Where it all begins and where it all completes. You have the Alpha and the Omega cards here, right? This is really powerful stuff, because in your communications, this suggests that you are, in a lot of ways, someone is going to highlight to you. So somebody could say to you this week, wow, do you realize how far you've come? Wow, do you realize how much you've done? This could be some sort of praise or some sort of accolade that comes your way this week. And it will come from an outside source. It will come from an external source where somebody highlights to you, wow, you know what? You've done really well. You've come further than you actually give yourself credit for. What I love about this as well is you're going to be able to see the results this week of all the hard works and efforts that you've put in. Now, again, right, the reason I say that you'll be seeing it is because the World card is the culmination and the completion, but it also represents literally the wider world stage or the communities that we are a part of. And what this suggests to me is that someone in your community is going to be like, wow, you know what, this was your starting point and you're like over here right now. Do you realize that? That realization from, and it might be as well, sometimes maybe it is an ego, you know, and not in the dysfunctional sense. It's important to have an ego, right? This is one of the things I think we're running away with ourselves by saying, oh, you know, trample it, trash it, get rid of it, burn the ego. Like, okay, yes, don't let it run amok, because then you just become, you know, a selfish, narcissistic douchebag, and nobody likes that. But it's important to have, because this is what pushes you to strive for the things that you want, for the things that you desire, for the things that you feel drawn to. It's important for so many reasons, including keeping you safe, right? This week, the reason I'm talking about this is because this week you might be getting that kind of boost where somebody that was a naysayer, somebody that said you couldn't do it, somebody that said, you'll never amount to anything, you'll never be anything without me, like whatever. It may very well be that someone like that, or someone that represents that energy in your past, is the exact same energy that gives you that, wow, you know what, you did it, fair play. So, you know, it could be one of those moments where it just feels really good to hear someone eat shit and die. No, I'm joking, that was so harsh, but do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, and we've all had them, you know, moments where we meet somebody who trashed us and told us we wouldn't be anything, and then when they see us and, you know, they see what you've achieved, it's like, wow, okay, you know what, fair play, you did really well. It feels good because you know that at an intrinsic level, and it's being noticed by the world and reverberated to you. So this could be a great week for that. For your money and materials, you've got the Five of Swords. I don't know what's going on with the money this week. There's something dodgy going on with the finances. I say this because this is like the fourth deck that I'm using now, and the Five of Swords keeps coming up in this position for a lot of people. Keep an eye on the wider world stage, or the finances on the money. I think we're going to see some sort of fluctuation, or maybe something that is tried to push through or forced through this week. Keep an eye on the wider world stage, and please, if you can, let me know in the comments if you see anything or if you find anything out, because this card has come up a lot for the money and materials for various different signs. So now I'm paying attention, right? In astrology, in tarot, what do? We pay attention to the cycles and the patterns. For your specific finances, if you are collaborating with someone, if you are working with someone, just be sure that you're not the only person that's paying into this. Like, if it's a project that's going to take money or an investment, just make sure that you're not the only person footing the bill. If you're going out this week and, you know, socializing and connecting with people, it's all well and good buying a round or two or whatever, but just don't go overboard, and don't be always the first person to put your money in, so to speak. When it comes to the home and environment, yeah, I mean, because you've got the World card there as well, and so this could possibly, for some of you, be a clash with a parent or a parental figure, so just something that you want to be aware of. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, again, your shins, your ankles and your calves, just be careful of that general area, you know, and especially with the Fool card, because you could be, you know, putting a lot of that fast energy out, and, you know, knocks, trips, bumps, falls, all of that sort of stuff. But remember as well, the Five of Swords is about conflict. So I kind of feel like this week on the wider world stage, I think we're going to see some issue come up with the finances. I've noticed that the crypto markets have taken a dip over the last few days as I'm recording this. So just stuff to watch out for. For your love and relations, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. So for those of you that have been trying to cement a deal when it comes to the home, maybe you've been looking for a new home, maybe you have wanted to move in with a partner and haven't, you know, challenges, obstacles, all of the craziness of the world, this could be the week where you finally seal the deal. So if you and a partner are buying your own place, and you know, you've been waiting forever for the, you know, the info or the paperwork or whatever, this could be the week you see some final, you know, some movement, which is great. When it comes to your 10 of Pentacles coupled with the World card, this could see a lot of you that have, and this has happened for your sign quite a bit as well, actually. Some of you have decided, you know what, I'm going to move to a different country. This could be some good news that comes in from that. Also, this could be, for those of you that are partnered, the finances on the partner's side could be going really well. You know, there could be something with money to do with them that is actually in a really good stead. For those of you that are single, if you are meeting somebody this week, it will be somebody that is vastly different to who you are. Somebody that's maybe very worldly, very likely to be somebody with an age gap, either, you know, maybe 5-10 years younger than you or 5-10 years older than you. Like, it could be either way, because you've got the Fool card, which would be, you know, somebody younger, and then you've got the World card, which would be somebody older. So it will be interesting to see how it all plays out. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.